Okay, so here we are with the Tainted Biology posse all assembled. This one went together incredibly easy. There weren't any major issues that I had. A couple of points to keep in mind. First off is Victor's cloak there. You can see I ended up with a bit of a gap, so I have to fill that with some green stuff or something before I actually get these guys primed. And another issue is that a problem I ran into was trying to get the tongue. Okay, focus. Trying to get the tongue on this guy here situated properly, because yeah, the tongue is a separate component, and it can be a bit tricky to get in, especially if you have big sausage fingers like I do. That little bit can be tough. I'd recommend building the dogs and then putting the tongue on and then putting them on the base entirely. I did not, and getting his tongue on was rather difficult. This one here had no real issues. I really did like the way the legs were designed. Specifically, so it had a bit of an inset to it, which made sliding them in incredibly easy. Anyone who's put together some of the Outlaw Edition miniatures, specifically the Iron Horse Rider, knows that just having two flat surfaces for limbs like that can be really difficult to get put on correctly. So I'd really appreciated that. Marcus was a little bit fiddly just because his arms and the hammer were multiple different pieces. Like, see, the bottom arm there is one piece. That his top arm there is a separate piece, and the hammer and arms were a third. It was a little bit fiddly to get that situated correctly. Yeah, I'm also not really the biggest fan of having having one single point of contact for the base like that. I'm a little bit clumsy, and I've had a couple of models knocked off their base when they're situated like this. I don't think that'll be too much of an issue with this one because he is a bit heftier than some of the other ones. Let's see, for Trelly here, he went together almost perfectly. He was super easy to work with. And see, he does have a little cigar there. Yeah. And Skip, it took a bit of dry fitting to get his little baton there situated correctly, but once you got that in the right spot, he was good to go. Oh yeah, there we go. There is the Tainted Biology posse, all assembled. Really nothing too crazy as far as getting these cleaned up and put together. If you can, try to give a bit more attention to Dr. Beidle's cloak and assemble this guy entirely before he goes on the base, because trying to put the tongue on while he's on the base can be tricky if you don't have specific tools for it. And I was just trying to get them built up and ready. So that will about do it for this one. Stay tuned in the future for the tactics video. I've decided to split up my unboxings into looking at the actual box contents and looking at the miniatures fully assembled into one, and splitting the tactics video off into a second one. We are going to be having a card update release here pretty soon. So I'm going to have to go back and redo all the tactics videos for the unboxings I've done so far. And I figured this new format will also let me look at posses that I'd already assembled and painted and whatnot before I started my YouTube channel. So expect a lot more stuff here in the near future. And until the next one, take care, guys.